anymore. I knew he was going to come back in and do streams. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and Cardboard PC Kingdom. So working on this giant PC over here. Alright, so we need streams. We have to have them. And the reason why is because I talk about my Lord and Savior, number one, because I like people to get to know about Jesus as much as I possibly can. And the other thing is updates. We have to do updates. I have to have updates and everything, because if not, I have to send over email after email after email after email after email to people we're doing business with and investors because of updates. And the updates take forever. They kill up a ton of time on my phone, which I do need as much memory on my phone as possible because, again, I'm going to be on site and I need to record. So, I got to train myself to stay focused, keep it on the road, and don't talk about anything else. So, it's going to be a learning experience for me. You're a jerk, you know that? You are. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You are a 100% grade A jerk. You are. Literally. Always wait till I get on camera to do the most dumbest thing you could possibly think of under the sun. I mean, literally, like a small child. I just figured to do the dumbest thing you can ever think of. So I can take time to get out from the desk to go handle what you just did. I'm going to start holding off on your treats. How about that? I'll wait to give you your treats. You don't like that, do you? My goodness. All right, I got to get to work here. We're updating the website. Everything on the website has to be updated to ILEG because that's our new game. And the technology that we just showed off, we don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know if it's going to be a screen paint. I don't know if it's going to be a physical screen. We don't know. So there's no information on it. We gave some information on it. Basically, that it does do all those applications. All right, so that's what you. This is going to be business on the go. Business on the go. Business. The other phone now. Make sure you do this all right. Business. I don't think that's what working. I don't even think it is. If it doesn't feel like it. Just let me see. Business. Business. Perfect. Okay, business on the go. That comes some video players from here. Now, so we can get this straight right out front, because again, I'm not going to repeat myself on this one. We're not doing this for likes. We're not doing this for views. Please get it out of your head. All right? I'm not doing it to have millions of people come. I'm not doing it. This is business. I got so much stuff going on right now. The new company change, all the process. You thought the paperwork I had to do in the laundry was great? This is nothing. I got to do transfers, and transfers take a ton of paperwork to transfer LLCs, licenses, DBAs, all of them are transferred to new entities. It's a lot of work. So, none of this on live stream is being done for views or likes, whatever. If you want to come in and watch, come in and watch. You don't, you don't. I guarantee it's going to be extremely boring. It is. For me, it's not boring because I like to do it. But anybody else, this is going to bore the daylights out of you. But it's just basically for us to update everything that we do. That's what it's about. All right, let me see. I need video players for this thing. Video players, video players, video players. Okay, we need right there. Okay. Alright. Had to come into the page. We had to remove out of 100, 90% of that animation stuff that we had on the page because it was messing with the cell phones. Nope, you're in the wrong section, buddy. And you still got to do search engine optimizer. I hope they let you copy and paste on search engine optimizer. If not, man, that's gonna be some painstaking craziness. Let me see. All right, get this over here. We got an office set up for this too. Not here. I got another office set up. I do want to have it in another different setting besides what we have here. I'm gonna have a couple videos here because I am in an office. This is business on the go. This is for office setup, stuff like this. This is the portable theater screens we got coming out that you can have it for your patio. You can have it for RV life. I already got set up with an RV already. There's a company already I'm already set up with to do my demonstrations in their RVs for this. We got it set up for gaming on the gaming on the go. Camping, should be camping life, or camping life. Tiny homes, RV life, and so forth. And these are going to be portable screens we're going to be doing pretty soon. So we're doing an upgrade for all this. And I have to do next on here. One more, we need another page for this too. Bring it down here. Bring it down again. Bring it down here. And we're going to bring in the advertising part. This is where ad tech gets involved. We're talking about expos, gaming expos, Comic-Con, all that stuff. Yeah, we'll be embedded in all that stuff because our technology will be there to display. That's why. So ad tech is developing a lot of technology. I told you, ad tech is a world on its own by itself. Ad tech is going to be developing technology for rear technology. Ad tech has a hologram interactive technology where basically people can advertise right through that glass. You can put an AI in there and advertise and dance or whatever you want to do right through there. I think I'm going to be doing, let me see. I'm going to do some, I want to get several different versions of ad tech. So I'm going to do the 24 by 36, and I'm going to do the, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 24 by 36. I'm going to do the 12 by 12. The 12 by 12s are nice samples. Companies are getting samples of ad tech. So I got a ton of boxes behind me. Yeah, that thing has a sample on it. Unfortunately, the version that we make for advertising is not available for customers. It's a company technology, that's why. Let me see. And this is going to be, I'm going to change the background of this one. This is going to be, I want to do business on the go, right? Shows. Shows. Much on that one. Let's go outside and get what I gotta get from here. Expos. Trade shows. Images. Ooh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Perfect image we need for trade show. Man, this is going to be insane. Each one of these booths is going to have our technology. We're going to be there advertising our technology at a trade show for people to sell and use their stuff at their trade show. So let me see. I think what I'm going to do is the first 10, they can have the technology for free. They will advertise for our company. And they will get that technology for free. That will get us in circulation anywhere we want there. So any booth we drop into, whether it be for weddings, whether it be for a boat show, card show, whatever it may be, we're going to be there. Can you imagine what ad tech would look like at a card show at 200 inches? Yeah. And AdTech is coming up with a film, a cuttable, manipulated film. So when you're at a card show, you can take this and you can cut this and put this into your windshield and use it as a projection screen because it's designed to absorb sunlight. We can do this outside. Aha, I told you AdTech is a multi-million-dollar technology. I told you. AdTech has so many different versions of it. It's not even funny what it's designed to do. So all these expos, all the is all AdTech capabilities. You gotta think on a bigger level. And this is why I have investors. This is why I have people waiting right now. Every time I turn around, like, when you want us to invest, I can get millions and millions of dollars for my stuff with no problem because I got investors lined up waiting to get into AdTech. Right now, we're not ready. I got stuff I got to do first. All right, let me get this over here. I need downloads for, do we have the whatchamacallit for here? Document pictures. So that's on to go. That's why I said we find it sad when you got people who were thinking they're going to take us down by saying, oh, we got your screen paint. You mean different versions of screen paint we develop? We're developing stuff right now. What you just saw, those promo clips, that's a whole nother engineer of technology. Yeah, we make it that fast. And that technology itself has stair steps in even, which means there's invisible versions, there's gaming versions of it. There's a whole lot, but that screen does a lot. It does projector mapping applications. That's what we're building in here today. I got the panels coming today. We're building 260-inch screens. The screens are going to have projector mapping applications running through them. It's going to, the machine we're building over here, it's going to have hologram technology programs, edge bleeding technology, so we can bleed screens together with no problem. And on top of that, with the Connect system and the programs I have in this system, which are going to be transferred to this one, we can use interactive technology. Even the floor is coated with it. So we can have somebody come in, walk on the floor, and watch the fish move all over the place because it has a sensor in it to cause that reaction, and watch them take their hands and move objects back and forth in a fully lit environment. When you do a presentation, it has to be flawless. That's the only way you're going to be able to get the money. So, but since our technology is tested, these expos they have here, well-lit environments, because people need the environments have to be well-lit. You're showing off your merchandise. You can't be showing off merchandise in a dark environment. I've had so many people contact me and say, yeah, we got an expo coming up, and we want to use a projection screen, but the projection screen keeps watching out. Your presentation is everything. That color pop, that contrast, the more you make it look realistic, the better chance you have of getting people at your table to sell your items. We have a technology that can literally make your stuff look like a TV and does not require expensive projectors. People don't want to go out and spend the money for LED screens. Some LED screens are very expensive. We can put it into that and develop the technology we're going to put there at the end of the day. Your entire table could be one big, huge brochure. You can advertise with an ultra short though at the bottom, put a display across the top, and turn your entire table into a display of that projector at only 50 lumens. So that's why I said, when I see people out there going out there and doing demonstrations against us, that's why we look at you and go, you're on such a low level. Because you're sitting there still trying to compete with us by basically painting a wall. We've done that already. We're past all that. How about you do a curved projection screen? I've done those, a dozen of those, but they don't do that. They don't understand the technology behind developing a curved projection screen. You know, it requires multiple projectors and also, too, a lot of programming. But they won't do those. They'll stay far away from those. Projector mapping applications, they'll stay far away from that. What about projector stacking? They'll stay far away from that, too. Okay, whatever. You already told me. They tell us already what category you're on. We're picking out certain screens to do. They will skip. All our technology we develop, our black technology has mapping capability in it. Have you ever seen them displaying the mapping technology those screens can do? No, they don't have the equipment. They don't understand it. There you go. Our technology is more than just be able to show images. It has mapping capability. And I showed you in a demonstration involving mapping that gray and white screens can't read off the laser system that comes off that those programs. It don't pick it. It doesn't pick it up. Now we're going to be doing here demonstrations. I'm going to take a gray surface, bring it down, a white surface, bring it down, and we're going to write into the screen with black from the projector. And you'll see our black technology read it and pick it up, but the gray and white screen won't read it. Then we'll write into our screen with white. That's one I love to do the most. And you'll see our technology pick it up. The other screens will pick it up, but they can't read the black. And the black is important because, again, if you're doing a dome, you can't take a projector and stick it up in the dome because projectors produce an image that's square. The dome is circle. So you have to figure out how to get an image to produce in a dome, which would involve projector mapping applications to do this. That's what you have to use. And that means that the mapping capability has to be to read at 100% black to see it. Yep. And it has to be easy application. It's a whole lot of stuff that goes along with it. Now, if you're going to be working out in the business field, your stuff has to be ultra short throw compatible. You can't make a black paint. It can't be ultra short throw compatible. What kind of freaking nonsense is that? You know how many different environments I run into where you have to have ultra short throws in there? So your stuff has to work. And not only ultra short throws, you have to operate into some fully lit environments, which should be a cakewalk for an ultra short throw setup. But for some people, it's not. So here's that problem. They're going to ask you about your gain capabilities. They can type mine in. You can just go in and put in advanced ambient light rejection. Even the AI of Google knows who we are. They pull our videos up, everything. So all I can do is just say, hey, just type in advanced, abbreviation for advanced, and the ambient light rejection. And they type in, or stuff pops up. Even says my company's name and everything. So in order to be able to gain that capability, you're going to have to be able to show tons and tons of testing that your product actually does work. There you go. So it's not going to work. You ain't going to get that to work. What's this right here? This is a wallpaper. That's definitely Quasar. Or is the gaming? It's the gaming. We put the new one in there. I think they put the new one in there. Oh, mother cheese is not in there. Where did you put it at? Wait for a minute. All right. No, we got to put it in Expo. Expo. Look at the lighting they got in these Expos. It's so dark. It is. I'm looking at it. 2 lights. And a little condensed lighting here. That's not enough for us. We need a lot more than that. That's why we got to bring in our own halo system. Actually, I'm building one right now. Putting in the halo system right now for this screen. These screens are going to have top to bottom halo systems put in. Let me see. You know, see, this is nice right here. They got this for GTA. This would be beautiful. We can put an ad tech in here like this, just like that, right in this section right here. There we go. We can put ad tech right in this section right here, and they can show a game right through it with all the lights piercing right through it. That would be sick. As a matter of fact, we got somebody. I'm paying somebody to reach out to companies like Rockstar and stuff like that to introduce technology we're working on. Because, man, they're advertising our technology to advertise video games with ad tech. Oh, man, they're going to have a ball with that stuff. So let me see. I said boring business trade shows. Yeah, business trade shows are boring as I don't know what. Because again, they can't really bring their objects to life. That ad tech technology? Yeah. Imagine having a 6-foot screen, thin, portrait mode with an AI that pops up on it and explains everything about your product that you're selling. It can literally bring objects to life. Like, look, we make all kinds of fruit, so and so and so, and you have her pop on, and she's got the chef outfit on, and she's cutting up the fruit, and the fruit's flying all up in the screen. That's what you could do with ad tech. That's why I sat there and said at the end of the day that people who claim to have ad tech, you don't know the technology behind ad tech in order to make that statement. That's why they couldn't make it. the AI technology they have today. I'm not a big fan of AI, but the fact that you could use that. The guy was showing me samples of AI technology that can be used to sell ad tech. And I was like, wow. That's why we're doing the interactive technology, got all that stuff coming here. Because again, at the end of the day, rather than talk about it, I need hands-on. I need to know how this stuff works, how it functions. Because when I go into an environment, I need to explain this as I'm showing off my technology. Got to educate yourself. So imagine you got a restaurant. And you basically you got a vegetarian restaurant, and you can show that your investors that you got the screen pops up, ad tech comes on there. You'll see a person with a chef hat. It could be a rabbit dressed like a bunny with a chef hat on, cutting up vegetables and everything, and you can see the vegetables and stuff bouncing off the screen. That's what people can do. People do programming and do that kind of work at the end of the day. Imagine what you could do with that ad tech, and they can have that in a fully lit expo. It wouldn't even touch the screen because the screen is used to absorbing sunlight. Yep. Projectors don't cost a lot of money. You can buy a 720p projector that costs $50, like that one I got sitting over there. Put it up on portrait mode and pick up with no problem. So imagine workout videos, selling sneakers, anything, even tutorials, anything you want can be pushed through ad tech. Ad tech has unbelievable possibilities. We sell home theater, but we can literally market our product to run through every single expo. I don't care what it is, we'll be there. It'll be easy for us because, again, it brings your items to life. So instead of having a bunch of brochures all over your table is the brochure. Big picture. The big picture. Some people don't know how to think outside the box. They don't understand the big picture. And that's why they're destined to be where they are. See, at the end of the day, everybody else is trying to take me down. At the end of the day, I've raised the bar literally so high that it'll take you forever to reach me. Until then, while you're trying to reach that bar, I'm hitting my next level. I keep you occupied while I build. That technology just launched right now, that'll baffle their mind. They'll be in there trying to figure out how that stuff works at the end of the day. And I'll raise the bar so high on testing on that thing, it'll never reach it. And while you're trying to reach that, I'll be moving on to my next project. That's why I sit there and say you're so far behind, it's not even funny. I have technology under my desk I haven't even shown off yet. That was one of them. Let me see. Expo. I want to put it on... I'm going to put it in this. I want it to have its own folder. I want something that's a different folder. I want to do, what's this for? This is for, no, okay, put it here. I want to have Expo. I want to do it for Expo. I want to do it for, let's see. It's not going to be theater on the go. It's going to be, this one's going to be, I like that. What's a pen? Right there. Oh, pens here. We got pens here. Yep. But I don't have time to explain to people how to do it. I really don't. I got my own work to do. Let me see. I'm tired of explaining to people how to do stuff, and they want to complain to us when things don't work out. And I don't care about that. I got things to do. I got in here. I got my site, or I have 100. I got about 60% of it updated already. I got my screen, my whatchamacallit I'm building right now for my Halo system for one of these. I got the panel system coming in today, so that entire screen is going to be done and finished. Floor system's coming in. That's going to be done and completed. I got another formula we're developing under ad tech, which is going to allow that interactive technology to run perfectly fine. So instead of using a blackboard, now it'll be called, whiteboard, it'll be called a blackboard. And that blackboard technology can be laid against the wall, but you can use it with your interactive projector, or you can actually drop it to your table and you can run it that way if you want. So I'll be showing that off in demonstrations too, on how you can basically take those panel screens and build bigger screens with it, or basically you can use it as interactive technology for your table or for your wall. And since I'm in an office, well, that comes in handy. Because, you know, you have to understand that it's like the same thing like the dedicated theater room. When I was in there talking to them, they were like, well, you don't have a dedicated theater room. How can you understand the environment of dedicated theater? I don't, you know, they didn't want to hear me. So I built one. Got their attention. So same thing like an office. If you're saying at the end of the day that your products work in commercial environments, you're literally going to have a lot of videos in these environments showing that you actually can do this. They won't touch you. Outside demonstrations, like for home theater outside setups, yeah, people won't touch you. You have to have a lot of video demonstrations showing your screens on different calibers, different projectors, different areas to show it works. No one's going to touch you. It's like, would you hire a contractor to come in your house and rip out your walls if he doesn't have the credentials and the backing saying he has that capability to do so? No, you wouldn't do that. All right, then, there you go. So you have to have those demonstrations done. One screen's not enough. I see people do demonstrations, they'll have one or two demonstrations. That's not enough. No, that's nowhere near enough. No. You're looking at maybe 60, 70 videos easy. Trade show. Easy. You have to do tons of paint and dry demonstrations. You have to do them live. You have to do demonstrations showing your product's not going to match any paints. That's definitely important because that comes up quite a lot. No fabrics, no films. As a matter of fact, I got chalk paint sitting under my desk. My sister was looking and said, what can you do with this? I said, well, we can convert it. Yeah, I can convert chalk paint. So let me show you how I do things at the end of the day that y'all don't do. I can take the paint underneath my table, drop an element 77 to it, convert it to a front projection technology, even rear. I can convert that stuff to rear if I want to. And I can basically display it in here, in commercial environments, on these projectors over here, and then take the original version to paint it against my screen. I bet you it doesn't match. That's what black on black demonstrations are. To show that we can convert a product using element 77, any form of paint we want, we can convert it to our technology. But if it doesn't have our technology embedded into it, it doesn't work. It comes up dark and dirty. That's what the black on black demonstrations are. So that gives us the power to be able to convert all of Home Depot, all of their paints, we can convert to our technology with element 77. And we can take the same paint and put it against it again, and it won't match. So imagine having that much resources at your disposal. We'd never have, it'd be virtually impossible for us not to be to find something that we can convert. And because that technology, whatever we apply it to, that technology, that's why we did the certified screens. We did the certified screens to prove that we can design a screen paint that not only can beat a $5,000 screen, but whatever surface you paint it to is better than a certified screen. Now you see what we built for ourselves? We have element 77 that can convert our old technology to the new stuff we have today. And anything at Home Depot, Lowe's, Benjamin, any one of those supply companies there, anything we have in it, we can go in and we can convert it to our technology. Which means we have endless supply of whatever we need. And then go back out and take the same paint, put it against our product, which is called the black versus black, and show it doesn't match. And we have a track record a mile long on that. Credibility we built for ourselves. And not only that, that same coating, we can apply it on any surface we want and overpower a $5,000 screen. Now you see what we're doing? It's interesting how we come on here and we do these demonstrations and people don't understand there's always a big picture behind it all. But if you can't see it and people are narrow-minded, they're pretty much looking at trying to compete with us. We'll way past your level. I'll tell you something. One of the things I learned in hand-to-hand combat is that when people fight, they stare at your face. A trained fighter doesn't stare at your face. He stares at your chest. He stares at right here between your solar plex. That's what he's looking at. He can see your entire outline. Everything from your feet to your hands. He can see it all. Because they're not looking at you. They're looking right here, not here. Because they can see everything from here perfectly. But I noticed that sometimes when I was under training, my sensei would teach me how to take my hand and when I fight, to just put it up in your peripheral vision. By the time I move this, you got 6 or 7 punches coming your way. 6 or 7 strikes. So I'm to fight people, I deliberately put my hand up in your face and go, ta, 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 ta. You'll never see it coming. You just see me put my hand in front of your face. You didn't know at the next hand, because we fight this way. Hand over hand, hand over hand. This is how we fight, like this. We don't fight this way. You fight this way, this can get blocked. This can get thrown out, and you leave your whole side open, and you can get hit multiple times and get hurt pretty bad. Keep it tight to your body. So we can block here, here, you can block. But it's hand over hand. So if I throw my hand up in your face like this, you don't see anything. But you don't realize that the next hand coming behind, it's going to strike you, and strike you, and strike you. There you go. Because you're too busy looking at my eyes. I'm not looking at your eyes. I'm looking at your chest. That's what I'm looking at, right in the center. So I'll deliberately go, put my hand up somebody's face like this. But you don't realize when I move this hand, when it moves, chain reaction begins. This is where the next hand comes up behind it, and it's a strike. And by then it's too late, because I'm already in. You let me get too close to you. I'll lean right up into you, and I mean right up against your chest, and da-da-da-da-da. That's it. Drill right into you. That's why when I take my foot, I bring my foot close. Bring it up close to you so I can bring my body in. And I bring my hand up in front of you so you can't see me coming towards you. Too late, by the time I move my hand, I'm already got my foot right up near your crotch, and I'm already close to your chest. I'm bringing all the impact right into you. Break your ribs on the way in. Shatter your chest, catch you in your throat. No way out of it. If I take this foot and I bring it back, and I bring a thrust kick and catch you in your chest and push you out, that's it. Take your legs away from the knee for you. That's why I said at the end of the day that just leave it at that. All right, get back to work. So someone throws their hand up in your face, be warned. They're not blocking you. They're blinding your vision because something works. They're setting you up to take you down. You're so busy staring at them, you're not looking at their feet. They're taking their feet and they're inching it right towards you. When they drop in and they bring their hand in like this, that means that foot is already planted right where your leg is at. They got enough to come in and right close against your chest. So right up on top of you with that impact strike. Now they can aim that strike anywhere they want. They can aim it to your throat. They can aim it to your chest. They can aim it to your ribs, or worse upon worse, if you go throw out a punch, they can bring an inside block and they block it, catch your arm, and they take this hand and they bring it down the side at the same time holding your arm and your neck and your arm. So your shoulder gets disconnected and they strike the side of your neck. If there's knuckle outs right here, you're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, sometimes they step on your feet when they do it. Even worse. They step on your feet, they bring their foot back in, catch your kneecap, bring it back out. Or you blow your kneecap out. So yeah. Yep. So when people fight, they throw their hands outward. They throw outward. And they come in with the inside block and block. Oh, yeah. Yep. Taught my sisters how to fight, all of them. I taught them all. Just in case if they get into a situation where, you know, somebody tries to hurt them, they can defend themselves. Teach them how to break someone's arm. 2 fingers, that's all it takes. 2 fingers to break someone's arm. You may think, oh, 2 fingers. No. It's a hammer blow to break your arm. 2 fingers to put you in a position to break it. Very simple, very easy. That's what's interesting about the human body if you study it. There's so many weak points on it, it's not even funny. Yeah, when I used to I had to get into a situation where I had no choice but to fight. And when people fight, they lean their body back. They lean their body back because they don't want to get struck in the face, and they put their foot forward, which I never could understand why they do that. And they do this whole kind of like fisticuff, kind of moving around in a circle, and then when they lean in to throw, their whole body goes with it. They're off center completely. You sidestep that, swing to the back, give them a low strike to their back, it throws them off. They're afraid of getting hit in the face. That's why they fight like that. Bring their neck back, bring their head back. But if you're fighting a trained fighter, he doesn't do that. A trained fighter will bring you forward. He'll be knuckled up to you. He's not gonna do that. I watch boxers fight all the time. I like that little dance they do. They got this little dance they do. All right, let me see. I like this right here, but I want something more well lit. These are really well lit expos right here. All right, I'm gonna take this one right here. It's a nice one too. Let's get that done. Yeah, that hand, boy, they threw that. That happened to me when I was doing sparring, and not like a tournament. No, somebody who he brought over to. That's how I learned. Remember the guy I told you, the guy beat my butt every day. He did that to me. He was playing around when he put my hand on my face, and I wanted to go, and it boom. Well, it was too late. Turn around, he was striking me. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He told me to teach you that. I said, yeah, teach me that. Teach me that. He was a cool dude. He just apologized every day. He was the nicest person on the face of the planet. I'm sorry I gotta do that too, but it's the only way you gotta learn. You know, I went through the same thing myself. You know, he was a real nice person. I said, yeah, I know, I understand. But he was teaching me stuff. Now, when you throw that hand up, it can't be fast. It can be real fast. So they don't see it coming. And then on top of that, then you got the worst part. You got elbows. That's why I'm taking up Muay Thai. Oh, I forgot. Yes, the next summer. This next summer coming up. I'm taking up Muay Thai and Judo, because I got to wait for Judo. I'm gonna combine those two together. I liked how they did this. GTA did this right here, but man, we have our technology in there. It's gonna look sweet. Okay, get it on focus. We got things to do. All right, I'm gonna go back over here because I gotta go to a couple places. I gotta get that done. Screen's coming. I'm gonna get this thing built. I want pictures. I gotta get pictures and videos of everything of this screen for my investors when they want to see it, because I already showed them. Mind you, when I post that stuff on YouTube, it's not just YouTube. That's on Facebook. I email it out to my investors and everything. They're like, "What's this?" Like, "This is something new we're working on. It's a changing of the company." That technology right there is the change of our company. Our company is changing. I told you, I wasn't joking. New name. We got a new name. All that stuff's coming out. I want one entity, one product. That's what I want. That's what we need. All right, I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna get, let me see, because I couldn't find the background. I want it here. So I'm gonna get image instead. And then I'm gonna get my image. I'm gonna upload my image. Hopefully we know where that it went to. We don't know where it went to. Oh, we put it somewhere. It should be up here. Oh, trade show. Right there. Alright, let's get this done. Matter of fact, Bird, to keep you focused, let me put you on some music. Ugh. Really? How is this stuff getting on my desk? It's caught. Run everything down here. Next time, invest in wireless headsets. Alright, people, I'm going to my world. Listen to some music. Because I can see right now I'm going off track. Okay, let me see. We need a radio trade show. This right here. Oh man, really? We don't. Why would they break it down like that? Let me see. Option for settings. It's a blurry shot. That's why. All right. Let me see. Trade shows. Put that in wrong where big step along it's amazing. We get to do look at the LED screens they pay for. Oh man, Adtech's gonna put this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And my buddy's designing the AI that's going to explain ad tech. It is sick. I mean, he hooked it up. It is sick. That's when I told you about the rewrote the programs. Yeah, it is sick. So it's a long screen that we're setting up, and at the AI is going to change its appearance as it walks through and talks about different ways you can advertise. It'll be a chef 1 minute, it'll be a gamer the next minute. It's going to be sick. He's the one hooking up the program for it, for our technology. That same program to be implemented everywhere, anywhere and anywhere it's going to pop up. So how we're going to set up ad tech in the booth, we're going to have ad tech in multiple pillar screens. So that AI can jump from screen to screen to screen, explaining what ad tech does. Ad tech bounces off tables, ad tech bounces off windows, ad tech bounces off doors, ad tech bounces off anywhere it wants to go. And that AI is going to bounce from image to image, explain it. My buddy's doing a program for it. Oh man, we're going to take them by storm. Oh. I like this one. Has plenty of lights in here. Okay, let's try this one. Now, these big companies that have the LED screens would want to basically do business with us because, again, our products will be far cheaper than theirs. And I don't mind doing business with them, to tell you the truth, honestly. To make sure whatever contract we sign, we are completely separated. We do business, but I do not want to be tagged on. That's how companies go under. They tag in with another company, and that company does something stupid. It goes under, it brings another one with it. Nope. After my contracts and my policies, if you commit this, that, and the other, well, we have nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with us. All right, let me go over here and get this part right here. Let me see. I don't like this right here. This is not going to work. I'll cancel that. I don't like it. Let me go. I need to change this image out. Change the background. When they break it down like that, that means that the image is not clear enough. Look at this right here. No, it was this one, right? It was this one. Ah, don't know which one it was. I think it was this one. This one here. This valve. Really? All right. Can we look and the settings for this? Where's settings? I don't want settings. I want settings for this. There we go. We got tile. Let's do filling. God, man, what was this thing shot in 1982? Sheesh. Oh my goodness. All right, give me images from 2024. Yeah, that would be fantastic for ad tech right there. Yep, soon. We'll be there, and they'll be advertising our technology. Let me see. Let's try that one. See if that one's should be much better. I'm gonna come out of you. I'm gonna come over here and change background. Image. Get another one. I got to delete those images. Grab this one. Shoot, this one should work perfectly. Jeez, are you kidding me? Let me see. Give me settings. No. Tile. Why are we doing tile all the time? Tile. Give me a tile. What happens if we do fill and scale? Give me, what's the picture, original size of the picture? That's why. Look how small the original size of the picture. Of course, you had to expand the crap out of it to get it to work. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Okay, trade shows. 2024. They should at least have better images than this. Trade shows 2024. This is perfect. This should definitely work quite nicely. Hopefully we get it. Let's try another one to make sure it went through. Yeah, it did go through. Okay, perfect. All right, that went through. That's perfect. Let's go over and grab. Let me see the lights they have in here? I'm not gonna understand for that. Everybody's got their brochures and stuff all over the place. Yeah, we could clean that up quick. Look at that. Because you got to sell your items. You got your banner behind the back of you. You got your table and you got your computer and all your stuff out there. And ad tech technology, man, we could basically make all this come to life. You can put commercials anywhere you want. Imagine the people would actually flock to your booth if you can bring all that to life with ad tech. You're going to make a killing in here. Not only are we going to be able, like I said, at theater shows and all that stuff, or we'll be there either way. But because of ad tech's capability to be to do what it does, because no other projection screen can do that. They can put their screens up there, but you're talking about a screen that absorbs sunlight. It's front and rear technology. It doesn't require expensive projectors, no calibrating, none of that stuff whatsoever. That saves a person who's advertising a lot of money. They don't have to be stuck in darkened booths and none of that stuff. So you can't take what, $5,000? What profit are you going to make of taking a $5,000, $4,000 screen to set up to a projector? It probably costs more than that to get all that to work and still be stuck in a dark environment. And you can't take it outside. But our technology, you can take it outside. So they'd be to take all this stuff. You see right here with this hand holding this plant over here. They got over there holding that plant. Imagine seeing that hand expand out on the screen and that flower grow right out of its hand. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Now to put a lot of programming in high demand because, again, they're going to be needed in order to implement that technology. All this could come to life easily. That's why I told you I got heavy hitter investors right now that are willing to give me anything I need to get this thing off the ground. They see the same thing I see. Now with the interactive technology, where we're working with the floor, we can bring giant chess piece to life right on the floor. Usually when you have floor projection technology and they have the interactive, it's dark because the screen washes out. That's why. I'm going to have all my people who represent me, they can dress up if they want. I'm not. I'm wearing the same thing I always wear. Cargos, some hikers, and a t-shirt. That's it. I'm not there to impress anybody. My technology does that job. And when they ask me at the end of the day, Mr. Bird, where did you learn all this stuff? Jesus Christ. That's where we learned it from. All this technology we have is God's technology. We're going to have that banner put up, powered by God's technology, for everybody to see. They know to represent Jesus Christ when we get there. We don't come there to represent our technology. Our technology is God's technology. We come there to represent God. But that hurt the devil right there. Right, made him seriously upset. Like, oh my goodness, going to talk more about the Lord out there? Yeah, it's his technology. Why not? We got Powered by God technology all over our website. So yeah, any expo, any trade show, any place we go with that technology, they will know it comes from God. Why do you think our technology keeps advancing? Look at this. That's my screen over there. That's the panel. That's the panel technology. The panel technology, that coating on there is something else. But the panel technology we have is different. It's a whole completely different coating. It's really crazy. That stuff is great. You can read off laser pens. All you can read off all that stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. Wait till we show you what that stuff does. Actually, gotta keep check on my stuff. What time we got? Okay, cool. Let's get this, because I got one more thing to do here and get that thing done. I think this should work perfectly fine. So I'm gonna grab this right here. See if we got it in there. Okay, we got it in there. Put another one in there. Go grab that because I got to keep an eye on something. I'm not too happy about this right here. Make sure you hit on it because last time I didn't hit on these things correctly. I almost took my whole page out. Okay, let me see. Oh, whoa. Yeah, I told you so. I said I hate that. All right, give me undo. There we go. We don't want this. Okay, change. Yeah, remember, change. It's not an image. That's what you remember. It's not an image. Everything but back to normal. Because you can hit that button right there. As long as you don't save it. But this is, I keep thinking it was an image. You can drag and drop, but it's not. You got to go back to change background. You got to go back and hit image again. And then we should be able, no, you can't bring it up. You got to load it in first. You got to load it in first. Go from there. All right. Where are you? You got to be there. I put you in twice. Okay, let's try you. Ah, there we go. That's better. That's what I'm looking for. Because you can't have this gritty looking picture and you're advertising the technology you're advertising. That doesn't go well. So let me go in and put down here. This is going to be the name we have for this. Did I write this down? I did write it down. Okay, it's right here. Let me see any text. Give me this text right here. Right up there. We got 2 new areas with the expo. So we're going to do a portable 40 to 50 inch screen. We're going to do a rear projection screen. I told you we're building our own projection screen. We are. We're actually building our own screen that you can actually put together. Comes with the frame and everything. Now, usually, like I said, when you get a portable screen, we got choices, and the choices aren't good. Whether, you're not going to start off with a black screen. That's not going to happen. You're going to start off with a white screen first, and then you're going to have to figure out from there how much you want to spend the darker that screen gets. That's what you're going to have to deal with. It's not going to be an acoustic surface because that's a different screen at the end of the day. Acoustic's a different category. You don't believe me? Go to Elite Screen, any one of those companies. Say, hey, look, I'm trying to get me an acoustic black screen at 100 inches. I want it weatherproof, and I want it ultra short though compatible. And see if you can give it to me for like under 1,000. And they're gonna look at you like, no, you got the wrong person. That's not gonna happen. You're looking at least a $10,000 screen or more. Go ahead and do the research. Go ahead. I challenge you. Go do it. And I guarantee you. You ain't getting no acoustic screen. You crazy? Nobody gonna sell you acoustic screen for under that kind of money. Ain't gonna have it. In black too? Oh no. Oh heck no. That's not gonna happen. That's a luxury. Acoustic's a luxury screen. Just like 235.1, those are luxury screens. The 16.9 is the average. 1610, luxury screen. You go to any one of these certified companies and you get a 16.9 screen, that's an average screen. When you ask for 1610, that's luxury, more money. 235.1, luxury, more money. Acoustic, more money. Outdoor, oh, you're going to pay some money now. Because the screen that goes outside. Motorized projection is far more expensive than inside and outside. Tension screens, luxury. It's a luxury screens. Got to pay for those. If you get a white screen, that's a cheap screen. If your screen converts to gray, it's a $200 markup already from the door. The one thing I can never understand that if you take the Optima P2, the white one, it's $1,000. It's let's just say roughly. It's not that price, but just say roughly it's $3 grand, right? It's cheaper now. But if you want the black version, it's nothing different. It's just the chassis is black. They charge you extra $1,000 for it because the chassis is black. If you notice, any electronics that come in black or some strange color that usually not available in cost more. Nothing different about them. They just chassis is different. That's all. They'll pay more. Just like if you at the end of the day say that's not true, well, you drive, get a red car, especially convertible, and your insurance goes up by a lot. Because a red car is a more likely of a car to be stolen. It's a more desirable color. Yep. Certain things are considered luxury. In-ground pool, luxury. Your renter's insurance, or if it's not renter's, your insurance goes up because you have a pool. And certain things will spike. But if you don't believe me, go do the research. Contact one of these dealerships and say, look, I want to pick up a screen. I want a 100-inch. I want an acoustic. Guy's gonna say $3,000, maybe $4,000. It depends on who's making it. If it's a name brand, you're gonna pay some money. So it depends on who's making it. But it's not going. It's gonna start off. Let's see. Elite Screen got an all white one. They got a white one. This is about $1,500-$1,600 for those. And they're white screens, not black. If you're talking about gray, maybe $2,500. Black? Yeah, good luck with that one. I don't cheat. And usually people who don't know that are people that are buying for the first time. People who buy for the first time haven't done a lot of research and they don't know. People have done a lot of research and shopped around, you already know. So I have people I talk to have been around for a bit, like, yeah, man, I've seen them screens. Those screens are crazy expensive. They are expensive. But in order for you to be able to sell your sell your product for $400 or $500, you got to show proof that you've taken out these screens. Not one little video stuck in the dark. You got to do dozens of those demonstrations, and I mean dozens. So many that these companies will contact you and reach out to you. Because even they're seeing what you're doing. And you have to be doing it right. You have to do it within their guidelines, but also within your guidelines, or they'll get you sued. And if you do anything wrong, they're going to contact you. Because you're advertising a screen that's far less money than theirs. And if you're out there cutting corners and making a lie that you're really not actually doing this, you're in a lot of trouble. So, you have to know what you're doing. You have to do it by the book. Now, certain guidelines I would follow, certain I wouldn't. Because again, when I was doing what was screening? I was doing Elite Screens, Dark Star 9. It was in a forum site. And the guy was like, that's not fair because your projector's sitting on the floor. I said, why is it not fair because my projector's sitting on the floor? Because the screen goes darker if it's sitting on the floor. Because of the narrow viewing problems that the screen has. If you move around, the screen starts going dark on you. So you have to be in line with the screen. I sat there and said, well, why the frick would I pay $3,000 for a screen that I can't set a projector on the floor? I should be able to put my projector anywhere I want. I'm spending $3,000. And it's true. So that's the flaws we found in the screens. Some of the screens have narrow viewing cone effects where if you turn to certain angles, they go dark. And those screens are usually plagued by ultra short throws, so they have that special screen for ultra short throws, which again, gonna cost you more money. That's when I get people sit there and say, well, I can get a black tension screen for $200. Now, if you hear Mr. Bird laughing, now you're on the phone, and I gotta go. I'm still laughing as I'm hanging up the phone. You'll be calling me back. Because I've done all that research. When I do an acoustic screen, I go after every acoustic screen I can get my hands on the market. Just like the certified, I do the same thing with acoustics. I tested all the acoustic screens. Vivid Storm, Seymour AV, Diamond, all of them. I tested all the screens. When it came down to the silver screens and making the AG47, I got all silver screens. I got the Firehawk G4, the Firehawk G4 5, I got all of them. Seymour AV, all their screens, all of them. I tested everybody's stuff. Let me get this in the center, Bird, in the center. Hold on for a minute. I gotta check on something real quick. Where we at? Let's see. 11:51, we got an hour already in. All right, let me shut up, get the rest of stuff done. Hey, don't you dare knock them panels over, boy. Already sniffing on them panels. You can have the box, put the box down, so you can get your scent off it. That's probably what he wants. But not now. Don't mess some things up. I need them badly. Well, I can finally get this thing done. Finally get a display for the table. It's gonna be a special technology for those panels. It's gonna be displayed on the table. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Yeah. All right, let's get this done one at a time. All right, get this done. Put our updates in. We got to add in the new name for the new stuff in. Let's get this done. And they got him here. Oh my goodness, God is good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I told you, the Lord is getting ready to set us up. He's taking care of us. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The Lord has never stopped anybody from going out the window to glorify his name. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? We're not taking this blessing we have and saying it's ours. It belongs to us, and God had nothing to do with it. It's literally splattered across our websites that everything we have comes from God. All my websites are dedicated to my Lord and Savior. Any expo, any place we go to, they're going to know that we come there to represent God. So the Lord is basically, when I pray and ask the Lord, Lord, please give me the ability, the knowledge, the understanding, the protection to be able to take our technology to the next level so we can let them know that this blessing comes from you. Nothing can stop us. Nothing. Because God is backing us 100%. I sat there and said on camera, what did I say? I said if I'm doing anything wrong, disrespectful, whatever, if I'm chilling and cheating, doing all those things, may the Lord take it all from me. He's advanced our technology beyond belief. That new stuff I'm putting down is way beyond. You saw some of it in action. We're throwing those halo lights on it to do anything to it. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, by the way, the Quasar. We said this is an upgrade of a Quasar. Well, Quasar has fully evolved. We don't tell you everything. Can't tell you everything. But yeah, that is a fully evolved Quasar. Quasar can do exactly what it's designed to do, way beyond any other screen. As you've seen the demonstration of what Quasar did, they can produce an image on a 1000 projector outside of a cardboard box of a garage. No screen can do that. Quasar can knock out certifieds. They took out black diamonds. They took out daylight screens with no problem whatsoever. No white service, no certifieds can turn a Quasar virtually impossible. And people who try to make it fail if they can't do the test behind the Quasar. That's why I try to explain to people. When you're trying to make our blessings at the end of the day, you're trying to steal what we have from God, you can't do it. God will not give you that ability. You will fail. And not only will you fail, you will curse yourself. That horrible things will come upon you. Enough things for you to call out to the Lord and ask forgiveness, to beg for forgiveness, and pray that he listens. If he doesn't, it does not go well. You know the Lord is a vengeful God. You didn't know that, did you? He is. You read in the Bible. He does not like it when you touch his people. There are things that are happening now that are in judgment. And you're watching them. Every day on the news. You're watching judgment. I've seen it in the comments over and over again, the word judgment. You might not like what I said, but it is what it is. If you look what fire stands for in the Bible, It stands for judgment and punishment. That's what it stands for. That's what dirty word stands for. I had to go through my own. Dealt with fire. I got caught in 2 burning buildings. Someone died. I know exactly what that feels like. Somebody gets caught in a building. I know what that feels like because that happened to me twice. Twice. It never happened again after that. It's something I had to learn. He allowed me to get out of it. He did. Barely. Could have died. Easy could have died. Easy could have died. It baffles me sometimes to this day. If I had put them headsets on, I'd have been dead. But the Lord didn't allow it to happen. He allowed me to see it coming. Humbling experience. All right, trade shows. Let me see. No, he was say lost everything. You can get it back. You can get it all back. 10-folds. You can get it all back. God will bring it all back. Sometimes in life it's a learning experience. And the reason why it's a learning experience is because God's calling out to you. And you're not listening. When you don't listen, he has to take it from you. And you can see what you need to see. Because again, I keep explaining to you, there's something else watching you too. And it's got the same lock on that God has on you. Better God lock on you and take it from you than basically let that one take everything from you. And I mean, their life too on top of that. And that's his goal. I told you, that's the devil's goal. Devil's goal is to kill you. You're no good to him over here. He needs you over there where you can't get salvation. Over here, you have the ability to be saved and find Jesus. Over there, you don't. He has you 100%. You belong to him. Sometimes you have to lose it all in order to gain everything. I know it's a horrible ordeal to go through. I know it's hard. It's very hard to go through. It's very, very hard. But you have to understand, something is better for you. That's why you have to go through trials and tribulations. And if the Lord put you in that situation, get down on your knees and be thankful that he decided to put you through that. Then better yet, turn his back on you and don't even know you. Because if he don't know you, guess who else does? And you don't want that one knowing you. I'll tell you, I can never understand the curiosity of people sometimes. I really haven't. I saw, sometimes you can't help them. They pop up on freaking your Facebook feed sometimes of some just weird stuff, you know, really creepy movies and stuff will pop up. If I just saw somebody crawl, I mean, not crawl, but run faster than usual, a human being, and hide behind a tree, do you think I'm going over to the tree to figure out what went behind the tree? No. No. Really watched a clip or something like that. I don't know, I shouldn't have watched it to begin with, but I was just curious where it was going. It didn't go well. Sheesh. People just too curious for their own good. Like cats. That's why you got 9 lives. See, if I had 9 lives, boy, I'd be reckless as I don't know. I'm gonna jump off this building. I don't even care no parachute. I got 9 lives. No, 8 lives now. Let me see. You do know there's a shark-infested waters? Yeah, I know. And you are wearing a sardine swimming suit? I know. Let me see. Okay, we got this. I want to put down, and I got to shrink this a little more. Give me one in there. Come on, man. Are you in there? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you're in there. All right. Let me see. New. So happy. Still missing some other stuff. It'll get here. I'm not worried about it. Should we put down R? R, new, or new, new. All right, give me, take this out. I want to be to stretch this out a little bit. Bring that there. Okay, and I'm going to shrink this text a little bit. Pre-coded projection screens. Using our new dash G. Come on, anything, come on. G. Ad tech. Ad tech is no longer FLV technology anymore. Ad tech. Advertising technology. Superior advanced advertising technology. Now I had to calibrate that, whatchamacallit, the projector mapping equipment. Not projector equipment. Those things have to be calibrated from time to time and updated. I gotta go update on my firmware. I haven't used it in a while. Let's see. Our new screens. Using our text spirit. Advanced advertising technology. Will bring your merchandise to life. Bring your merchandise to life. Giving you the ability to turn your products into commercials that can be displayed anywhere. Giving you the ability, it should be ability. Really? Seriously? Okay, let's go in and fix that. Ability, not ability. Ability, really? Seriously? Yeah, I do have to put it in the form of a question. I did put it in the form of a question. What the freak? We did put it in the form of a question. Let me see. That's interesting, too, when you think about it. If you roughly don't know how to spell it, you still have to know how it's spelled in order to know exactly that it's being spelled correctly, which is interesting how the mind works. Ability. Ability. There we go.
Here's the definition of ability. Possession of the means or skill to do something.
That's what it said. Put it in the form of a question, please. What are you doing at spelling bees? The form of a question? Oh, okay. Advanced advertisement, that should be an A. In case A, technology will bring your merchandise to life, giving you the ability to turn your products into commercials that can be displayed anywhere. Bam! Because that's what we do. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's get this out. Having some fun here, but not too much fun. We got work to do. Got a busy schedule. All right, let me see. All right. our new pre-coded projection screens. Pre-coded projection screens using our new ad tech. Ad tech, superior advanced advertising technology will bring your merchandise to life, giving the ability to turn your product into a commercial that can be displayed anywhere. All right, that's perfect. I love that. Let's go get that freaking save put in there. Kabosha. Kabosha. Now go over here and get to the marketplace. We already put up our... we got to go to Crystal Ridge tomorrow and work on that one. Let me see. Where's my marketplace? Oh, Apex Gamer. Forgot we got to be in here too. Apex Gamer is now physical screen. Physical screen at 100. I still got to go through search engine optimizer too. I'll do that tomorrow. It's a lot of work. I'm not recording that. That's a lot of freaking work. That's gonna be me listening to Dinah Ross with my headset's on. Just to I will survive. Is it Dinah Ross? Dinah Summers. Yeah. No. Who did I survive? Was Dinah Summers? Nope. Can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna go look it up. You'll figure it out when we get done. Let me see. That's Donna Summers. It's Donna Summers. It's not Donna, it's Donna Summers. All right, buddy. You got a new label coming in. Bam. Since you changed up. I'm ready to get up right here. Bam. Pre-did it ahead of time. There you go. Added in 100 and 120 inch screen. 235.1s and 1610s are custom orders. Anything over the 120 is customized. That's the old fast way of doing this. Copy and paste all this over here to my folder over here. Boom! At the bottom. Anything about the bottom. Okay. Oh, let's check this out because you're now changed over to new technology. Dedicated Apex Gamer Black. Projection screens. No paints. Get out of here. I gotta go. Projection screens. So here. What's going now? I'll probably get people get mad at me about what I just said. Look, are you gonna be forgotten or not? Don't be flaky. You got people that are afraid to say certain things because they're afraid that people are gonna get upset with them. Don't be flaky. Are you with God or not? If you're flaky with God, the devil knows you're flaky, and that means you got holes in your armor. And you got holes in your armor. Guess who's gonna go right through you? The demon. Don't be flaky. The devil popped up in front of you right now and said, "Okay, I just saw what you did over there. How about I go attack you? And you're going to pray to the Lord to protect you." When you didn't have the Lord's back because you got flaky. There you go. God had the Lord's back. You got your back, got his back. You're on his plan at the end of the day. I love how people have been on this earth really do believe they have all this control until the time comes when you have to leave. You realize how much control you don't have. You got the power to change things while you're here. When your time comes, you don't have that power to change anymore. We need to accept. So, can't be flaky. You don't want the Lord being flaky with you, do you? You're on a plane, and like I said, a wing pops off. You want to go, I don't know. I don't know if I want to save you or not. I mean, I can. I really can, but I don't know. You really want that? There you go. I'm glad the Lord didn't do that when I got locked up. He saved my life. Now I'm out here doing this, running my company under him. Watching my technology grow because of him. Next year, about to become a millionaire because of him. All right, let me see where I got to put you at. I'm going to put you over here. Really, people say, "Oh, you're stuck. You got really seriously? My stuff is way beyond y'all. I can't tell you enough. Sign the contract. No that. No more talk. Sign the contract. $500,000. Man, I was making $1 million. $1 million. Sign my contract. All you got to do is go to court and prove my stuff doesn't work. Go ahead, sign it. I bet you won't. And you're gonna put money back in my account. And you're gonna basically cancel out. That means at the end of the day, you know what I do. That tells you right there. Ain't no if and but by saying that, oh, we don't deal with scammers. No. If I'm a scammer, then at the end of the day, I'm an easy target to take down, right? All right then. Well then, why not? Okay. There you go. Don't use excuses. All right, I sit there and sitting there. We're having a battle of tanks, and this tank comes in. It's made out of notebook paper. My tank's made out of armor-piercing steel. And it's an easy target for me to take down. I'm taking out the tank. It's an easy target for me to take down. What you doing? Hey, what you doing? Taco. Look at him. Look at him. You don't listen to him. Taco. Taco. I think once that sense kicks in, you want the box down? You bring the box down? I'll bring the box down for you, okay? Because I know once that sense kicks in, they can't unlock from it. They can't. Come here. Come here. Come here, though, Taco Man. Come here. 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 You can't hurt the box. Here you go. Try it. Smell it. Smell it. Hey. Come here. Looks good? Yeah, smell it. Maybe get some scent off. I don't know. Put it up there so you don't knock it over. You can smell it. And yeah, it's an easy target. People do that in Call of Duty all day long. They check your stats. They know exactly who's in the room with you. You got a bunch of noobs in you, and the noobs in your room, and yeah, you know what you're going to do. You're going to merciless slaughter everyone in that level because you know you can do it. I do it all the time. The game master play all the time. I knew when I go into my rank was way higher than theirs. I knew skill levels in that game they didn't know at the end of the day. That's why I could go in and wipe them so quick. They can play all day long. I used to be champion in Unreal Tournament. I could go in and wipe them. 20 frags a minute was my kill count. Easy. I know how to do. You know a skill level with that with your guns and weapons and controllers that an average noob doesn't know. That's an easy takedown for you. So again, if we're such an easy takedown, how can people give us back the money? There you go. Let's see back. Back. Projection strength. That's all. I gotta walk down to my head. I cancel. Where's my receipts? I've been asking for my receipts for the longest time. Never got them because we never canceled. I got your receipts. I can show you cancel. Screen sizes. Sizes are 100. And 220. I think what it is that people just don't like me because my product is good. And I got people that do love me, but some of you don't like me because my product's good. And you wish every day that my company would go under. But remember, I'm a Christian, and God hears you say this. So what do you think happens to you? And some of you are on worse grounds. Some of you, I bet, are basically praying to God that something happens to me. You're going to pray to God that one of his servants gets hurt, what do you think is going to happen to you? You got to remember, there's two in this world. There's God and the devil. If you don't serve one, you serve the other. If you serve the other, well, you know, you're going to need God himself to save you from him. And you're attacking one of his Christians at the end of the day, it can go well for you. You can sit there and say, well, nothing happened to me. I'm good. Someone's going to show. And you got to leave off there sooner or later. Where you're going, you don't get forgiveness. And you ain't got it together. There's a lot of people in a bad situation right now. A lot. Hundreds and thousands, millions upon millions are sitting in an area they don't want to be at right now. Because they didn't follow the right way. Let's see, 16:9, aspect ratio. Okay, I didn't end up in that situation. So happy. Screen size, 100 into 120 inch. Let me bring that a little closer there. 120 inch. 120 inch. Let's see, fully ultra shooter compatible, vivid color. Oh, no, this is the one we're doing right here. This is where we got this one, the other one, the description. Infinity contrast. 1 billion, color, brain life. And again, you gotta grow up. Giving a like and taking away a like, please, grow up, please. While you're sitting there giving away and taking away, yeah, I'm good, trust me. I got orders going out today for that technology over there in gallons at $727, so I'm good. You can keep your likes. They don't mean nothing to me. I'm here to make money regardless. Because we got the best technology, that's why. We're giving you all options. Matching better my technology. Y'all fail at that. We give you $500,000 contract. I lose this contract, you can take everything from me. Opportunity, easy, take it. Unless you're afraid. Because my technology works 100% and you lose $500,000. That's what it comes down to. We got you to cancel out, give money back to our accounts, and cry and whine the entire time while doing it. And then watch your businesses go under. While I build another one. Let me see, 120. Yeah. 16.9. So from now on, no more matching betters. Contract, $1 million now. You want to talk trash? I'm putting on my website. I'm literally going to post these on my website. These contract agreements. To anybody who feels a need that, you know, my stuff ain't work, let's go to court. I'll put you on blast. Put your YouTube channel, your name, everything up there. Put you on blast. Come on, let's go to court. Are you afraid? Can't back up what you said? Because you can't back up what you said, and you said something about my company, I can sue you for slander. So this makes it even easier for me to get you a lawsuit. You don't want this at the end of the day, trust me. If you won't back up $1 million contract agreement in court that you can't prove that you can prove my technology doesn't work, and you don't want to go in that courtroom, even though we have shown and got video evidence of you making slander suggestions about my product being a scam, I got you in court easily. I can easily show the judge, there we go, $1 million to come in court to back it up. And they didn't even show. You never even signed it, nothing. That means that you couldn't back up your claim of what you said. Which means if you were on YouTube slandering my company, that's an easy open and shut. Which means that's going to cost you $2 million now. So be careful what you say. I'll get you. I'm good at business, right? Yeah. Everything taught by God. I had to handle Projector company. Easy open and shut. I wish one of these big companies would do it. Oh, please do. But they won't. Now, another question is, how many of you who are still around making products are willing to make that claim? Can you back your product up that well? You can. Because somebody like me could come in and debunk your stuff because your stuff isn't properly tested. And it feels good to be bulletproof. You become bulletproof because you test your products out. That's what you do. 169. I mean, customization. Fully acoustic, ultra shear throw compatible, and weatherproof. Let me see. Oh, fully. Why you put down? Oh, fully. I'm gonna put that on every website we do. The $1 Million Challenge. Anybody, any company, anywhere. I don't care where you at. We go into a courtroom and you prove that technology don't work. See what happens. Mind you, I can push sunlight through a screen. You see my track record, what I'm capable of doing. So, you really want to take that risk. And it means that if you think at the end of the day, under that contract, and our contracts are freaking iron tight locked. If you think at the end of the day that you don't pay, no, it automatically states within there that we have all rights to go execute judgment, what we can take from you. We can even take stuff from you that's not even a part of the execution of judgment due to the fact that you signed on it. We can take it. And pretty bad. I bet you never signed one. I'm actually having the website. My website can print it out. Yep. You sign it, send it to us, we get it notarized, we'll see you in court. Now imagine the investors that will come on board for that one. Hey, you're going to call me out. I'm going to come. Just let you know. Fully acoustic. I think these guys are pretty glad that they got off. They're probably glad that they shut down and got off of YouTube and got away from this. Because, man, can you imagine them running their mouths and me sending one of them over to him? As a matter of fact, I'm sending one over to one. He's got one coming. I'm sending one by certified mail. He's getting one. I'm sending one to him. Yep. Fully acoustic, ultra shear throw. Got to be to back your products up. That's what investors want to see. Investors do not want to do business with people who can't back up their products. They don't want that. I wouldn't want that. There's no way in the world to invest that kind of money in somebody's company and they can't back it up. If you can't back it up, you run the risk of getting sued by consumers, getting consumer for all kinds of stuff. They're going to make me look bad because my name is on a contract with you. I'd rather deal with somebody who can come out there and say, yeah, anybody can put $1 million, I'll put $1 million on anybody in this room that my product works. No, I don't even have that money. That's what makes it even more exciting. That's what makes it more amazing about what we do. Because we can do that. Because our product is that good. Right, my track record shows you right there. I got people give me back money. I can go out there and say, look, to my investors, I've gotten people to give us back money. I can show y'all companies. When y'all get receipts, orders, I can show to my investors at the end of the day, I got people to give us back money. I got Screen Innovation contacted us telling how amazing our technology was, and then turned around and had a cease and desist order against us because of our technology. Yeah. So when any people ask me here, do I have any competition? There is none. We don't have any. You think you're gonna make one like Danny made that dinky paint? You think you're gonna make a paint like that? And you're gonna compete with somebody who's been here longer than you have existed on YouTube? Who's been making product and doing testing way beyond you've been able to do? And you're gonna challenge me at the end of the day? How well did that go for you? You were scared to sell me the paint on 2 different occasions. Yeah. I think what it is, you're saying this big tall gate. You heard a lot of barking back there, right? You thought little tiny chihuahuas back there, didn't you? Ran into a full-fledged werewolf, didn't you? Yeah, there you go. Too big of an animal, too big of an apex predator came at you. There you go. I told you it was going to happen. Look, man, I'm used to this. I'm used to dealing with big companies all the time. I get big companies that'll come after me and talk all this nonsense, blah, 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 and I'll crush your stuff. That's it. Move on. So I'm used to this. But these little YouTube guys at the end of the day, please, come on, man. We crush you guys a dime a dozen. You're easy. You don't do any testing. You cut corners. You depend on high-powered projectors and caliber. You do all that dirty stuff at the end of the day. We don't. That's how I figured out how the certified screens were so weak, because at the end of the day, they do produce beautiful images. Yeah, better than the gray and white screen paints. You're way better than that. But they have some flaws attached to them because of that material that they use. It's nice, a reflective surface. It's expensive. And it does collect light. It does have the ability to absorb. It does all that stuff. It produces beautiful images, but it has flaws attached to it. It suffers some narrow viewing cone effect. It requires sometimes high-end projectors. I've seen one of the screens we were looking at. They said I read through their pamphlets. They said we couldn't use it with 1,000 projectors, or we couldn't use O Faithful on it because it wouldn't run at 1,000. Some of them said we couldn't use ultra short throws. We had to use a special projector. We had to use the long throws with them, and then we had to swap them out and then change over to the ultra short throws for them. Well, my screen didn't have to go through that. And then the price tag attached to them. I had a customer who was going to spend $20,000 on a screen. I'm going to tell you what company it was. It's a big company. He was going to spend 20 grand on a screen. Got the money, can spend it. And then he saw one of our demonstrations pop up, got talking to me, and I explained to him the whole entire ordeal and how it goes down. And he didn't buy. He bought from us. He's been our customer ever since. He talks about it to this day. Saved him a lot of money. But these guys out here, y'all don't make your products right. Somebody's going to spend 20 grand for a screen. How are you going to explain range gain to them? I can type mine in and mine pops up all over Google. Yours is non-existing. So how are you going to explain that? Because if I bought that screen paint, I'm going to call you. I'm going to contact you. You never reached out to us. I contacted his customer, the one who had it. He blocked his comment section so we couldn't talk to him. So how is that going to work if I buy the product and I go, hey, look, buddy, I don't know which gain I have. Can you explain it to me and show me something? How's that going to work? And then you got consumer fraud popping up. That's what's going to happen. A person's going to file a complaint against you. You got to go to court. Now you got to explain to a panel about your product. And they're going to ask you about the testing and all that stuff. Answer tests. They're going to require for tests. What's your test results? They're going to ask you for them. You ain't got them. You show a video of an image of a screen in the environment, like, no, we want test results. Show us test results. Same thing I've been asking. Every time I come on, I ask for test results. What do I get? Nothing but insults and people screaming at me. Let's see. Fully acoustic, ultra short throw. It should be acoustic. Acoustic should be there. Acoustic. Ultra short throw compatible and weatherproof. Okay, just saying your screens are weatherproof. Is your screen weatherproof? It has been outside for about a year. You know that, right? In order to be deemed a weatherproof screen, you have to be outside for a year. How many screens do you have outside? Have you done screens in the snow, sleet, rain? Heck, I even freed the screen into a block of ice and had to beat it down with a hammer, heat it up with water, wash it in hot water to get that thing to separate, and still was able to pull it apart without cracking or peeling and display it while it was wet and pull a beautiful image. That's another problem too, because when screens go wet, they go dark. Did you know that? They do. They go dark. They become unwatchable when they go wet. So you're going to have to be to show that you got a screen soaking wet that can produce the same way as if it was dry. So before you mark your screen being weatherproof, you need to do some real serious testing on your product before you make that statement. Because you got most people that are using outdoor screens, especially companies, they're using some really big screens. You got a 250 sitting out there, and you don't really know if this thing's going to withstand extreme heat, cold weather, anything. Animals will jack your screen up in a hot second. They'll poop, pee all over your screen. How easy is it to clean that thing once it gets sprayed with some skunk or basically a geese flies into it and decides to use your screen as target practice? There you go. And then the information on you at all, period. It can be freezing cold outside. Say a couple geese hit the side of your screen, you got to take it down. Mine, that screen is rigid, like a piece of wood, which means if it's going to crack, that'll be the time to do it. How much knowledge do they know for outdoor applications? Different surfaces have different reaction. If you paint on wood, and that wood is not properly sealed correctly, or not designed for outdoor use, wood can absorb moisture. And that moisture can cause that wood to buckle or bend, or even worse, develop mold and mildew. They can become toxic and poisoning. Fixed frame screens. You can put fixed frame screens outside, but you got to know what you're doing. If you take a fixed frame screen and you put it in the direction where sunlight's going to hit, using a PVC material, so when that heat transfers through that screen, it's going to cause a kind of a sweaty mist in between your product and the surface. And when you come outside, you're going to see little bubbles pop up all over your screen. That's where heat and mist combine in the middle between your screen and your formula, whatever you had, and cause these little bubbles to push up. Now, you go to pop one of these bubbles, it's going to cause a moon crater on your screen, which you're going to see all the time. And the only way you're going to be able to remove that moon crater is you're going to have to scrape it off. You scrape it off, now you get a hole in your screen where it's white on one side and dark on the other. That means you got to scrape the entire screen clean in order to get an even application. If you don't, you're going to have that little outline of that moon crater sitting there. So your stuff has to marry to that surface, where when that heat hits the screen, it doesn't get caught in a pocket. It allows it to transfer through and breathe. That's when I said it wasn't to be disrespectful. You don't know. Because when I asked questions to these guys, they wouldn't reply back to me at all. They would curse me out. So if a customer asks you that question, how are you going to reply to that question? What about inflatable screens? That's a very temperamental surface. You wreck one of them, they're expensive. On top of that, the surface that they make for the inflatable screen is customized. It's custom cut for that surface. So they don't have them things laying around. They have a couple of replacements here and there, but it's a headache to get a replacement for them. It is. So you have to remember, this is a different type of PVC. You have three different types of PVC. A PVC that motorized projector screens, which is a little bit more stiffer. The PVC that goes to a fixed frame screen, which is a little bit more stretchable. And you have the ones for the outdoor screens. Some are a little bit more softer than the PVCs, and some are a little bit more like a kind of a plastic texture to them. Unless you got the ones that are meshed to the front and rear, and that's a whole nother area by itself. Now, mind you, this is a screen that's not going to be up there as a standalone. It's not going to be up there all day long. This is a screen that's designed to be taken down and put back up, and taken down and put back, which means it's going to go through a ton of stressing, of folding, and some people crumbling up and all that stuff. You know, that's what people do. Because they figure something's going to happen to it. They're used to balling it up, and I balled mine, threw mine in trash bag and threw it in the corner. But you have to understand it's going to take a lot of stress. So in the process of doing that, an acrylic paint will crack in a hot second. I showed it in the demonstration. We did one on purpose. So you have to make your product completely different so it doesn't cause it to crack. But how would you go about doing that? Because mind you, it's outside. It's going to take on the elements of heat, cold, rain, all that stuff. People blow up inflatable screens for tailgate parties all the time. And you know what happens when air hits a surface that's plastic? When it's cold, it turns rigid, as I said before. And when you get ready to take this thing down, it's going to be like the equivalence of trying to ball up a poster and then basically try to put it back the original way you had it. They're temperamental surfaces. They have problems. So you have to figure out how to apply it. Now, when it's a white surface, there's no problem. Because, again, it's designed. There's nothing on it. That surface is designed for that. But you altered and changed it when you put the formula on it, and that's what causes the problems. We have to figure out how to basically get it to work. And then once you get all that figured out, is the screen going to be able to operate in the hours that it needs to operate, not dark at night. And even at dark at night, you're going to be able to pick up the Infinity 1 contrast levels. You can use, your color's going to pick up correct. They're going to wash out and fade, get that kind of tanny look to it. Or you're going to require high power projectors to get it to work. So those projectors have to be calibrated. There's a whole lot of stuff you got to go through. What about positioning of your projector? Now, if you use ultra short throws, if your stuff is not ultra short throw compatible, that means you have to use, and most likely if you're not ultra short throw compatible, it means you're going to have a problem with short throws too, because short throws and ultra short throws kind of are in the same category when it comes to basically when they're producing images. So keep in mind, if it's not working with an ultra short throw, it's most likely it's not going to work with the short throw either. So that means you're going with long throw. And if you're going with long throw, where are you going to position this projector at? Now, mind, you're going to have it in the middle of the aisle. Well, it runs the risk of being knocked over, probably jacked by one of the dogs or whatever. And on top, you have kids walking in front of a projector that has 3,000 lumens attached to it. Now, your retinas might be able to handle it, but their tender retinas will not. This will cause them some problems. So that means now you got to take the projector, you got to put it on a pike, which means it has to be a little higher up. But if you do that, that means you're going to have to figure out how to shift the projector, hit the screen, and the keystone it in. Or you get a projector that has lens shift. But keep in mind that all lens shifts are the same, because I know I had tons of projectors that are lens shift. Some lens shifts will allow you to go down to a certain degree, and that's it. But other lens shifts will actually allow you to push it to the floor and back to the ceiling, like the Chrissy LW505s do that. You need a certain type of lens shift projector. It gets complicated, doesn't it? Yeah, well, it's not that complicated. It becomes complicated to the customer. The customer is contacting you to get the knowledge that you have to help them get through the ordeal and buy your products to better their outdoor experience, but also get information on how to basically set it up. And if you don't know this, then how can you help them? Ta-da! There you go. So you thought it was just easy, just going out and just setting up a projector. We're done. No, it's not that. No. And if you're talking about 100 inch or 120 inches, that's pretty much an easy screen to hit. When you start reaching 150, 180, 200, 250, you start reaching those sizes on screens, this is where things get a little interesting. Now, if you saw the 250 outside on our demonstration, some people saw that. Some people saw it, some people didn't. We have a 4,000 lumen projector. A 4,000 lumen projector at 27 feet back at 6 o'clock in the evening ain't jack outside. You're traveling 27 feet at 4,000 lumens. You have any idea how much lumens you have left before you make contact with a screen that is over 11 feet high and over 20 feet wide? You're going to have to maintain a crystal clear, sharp image from corner to corner. Maintain 100% of your contrast level. Pick up ultra beautiful colors without fading and washing out. And pick up an extremely high white level to be able to maintain the color at the exact same time, because color requires white and black in order to trigger. And you got to do this with a projector at 720p, which means your res is not even there. If you had a 4K or 1080p, at least you had a fighting chance, but you're not even there at that. So the screen outside that we did at 250 was done on an Optima LW401. Sorry, Chrissy LW401. And it was like 4,000 lumens ain't jack at 27 feet outside at 6 o'clock. You people, at the end of the day, who do these demonstrations, you're at 3,000 lumens at a foot, and you can't even read correctly inside with windows and doors wrapped around you, and you still can't pick up a proper image. And we could do it at 250 outside. Ha ha ha. And this is why when you sit back and I see these dinky demonstrations they do, and they go, oh, look how amazing we are. And I go look up at the ceiling and go, huh, yeah, okay. Because we did one off the ceiling multiple times. Weatherproof. Let me see. Weatherproof. Fully ultra the weatherproof. Let me see. Customization screens. Customization screens. Customization screens ranged in sizes of 1610 and 235.1. Speaking of 235.1, how many of those you seen over there? None, right? Yeah. Because you have to know how to build those screens at 235.1 in different sizes. And bringing it up to there. 1610s? No. 1610s. You see them on your projector, right? All the time. 1610. 1610s, you have to build those. You can buy them. I think whatchamacallit at 1610. Silver Ticket has them. Silver Ticket has them. I think Elite may have them too. But the 1610s are actually considered to be true widescreen. 16:9 isn't widescreen. It's a format because everything comes in 16:9 format. But it's not widescreen. It would be 1610 would be widescreen. But true dedication widescreen would be 235, 239.1. Because you can't run the everyday basic movie format off that particular screen. Heck, you can't even watch TV off of them because the heads are missing and the bottom half of the scoreboard's missing if you're watching the game. Those are designed for true dedicated setup. So now people sit there and say, oh, I got a dedicated theater setup. Technically you do and you don't. Because if you have 235 in there, you do. Now, if you're doing 16:9 in that setup and you're doing a dedicated theater room, there's certain types of dedicated theater room setups. You got the one where you got the projector in the back and everybody got the seats back there. That's one. And then you have dedication theater room setup where you have your projector in a booth, which means that projector is probably sitting roughly around maybe about 18, 19, 20 feet from the screen. And your screen is way over there, which means you have a certain type of projector. You see that projector sitting over there? That projector will do it. You know why? Because it has something called an extended zoom lens. It's a special lens that they have on the projector. I was dealing with a customer who, as I said the other day, if you're going to sell a product, you have to know how to sell and help the product customer at the same time. Not, oh, did it work? It would work. I don't even know. Well, what kind of lens would I need? Well, maybe you need a what? You need a wide lens. It's called extended zoom lens. If you worked around enough Chrissy and venue projectors, which you shouldn't be putting on your site, you work with venues when you really don't, you would know about that particular lens. So the zoom lens, you could drop at 18 feet and you'll receive a 100 inches at 18 feet, which the average projector will pick up between 11 and 12 at 100 inches. A zoom lens are a particular type of projectors that's used for dedicated theater room setups. Now, if you were to put a standard projector at roughly about 20 feet from your screen, because mind you got all those chairs in there, you got your seats coming here and here and here and here. The more seats you get, the more long and farther distance your projector is going to go back. And if the projector goes back a farther distance at a standard throw lens, that means that your image is going to be hitting the back of the seats, going to be in the walls, hitting the ceilings, it's going to go everywhere. You need a concentrated, straight image like a laser to bypass the seats, the walls, and ceilings, and just nail the screen and screen only. You need a narrow projection lens to do that, and those zooms do that. So zoom can shoot at 18 feet across the room and hit a 100-inch screen perfectly without touching anything in the environment, and that's the problem he was having. He kept buying projectors and taking it back and buying projectors and taking it back, and realized it was his lens doing it the entire time. So he bought the same projector I bought. He bought the Christie. No, I told him to go buy the Christie. He bought the Christie LW505 because they got interchangeable lenses. And I had a lens that had a zoom lens. I sent it over to him for free and that fixed it. See, at the end of the day, you got to do more than just mix some stuff together and put it in a can and go, voila, it works. No, you have to know what you're doing because your customers are going to ask you questions. Can't be giving some black sheep. Have you any wool nonsense at the end of the day? That gain range stupid nonsense and whatever dumb stuff he was talking on camera. Talking, if you paint the screen a fifth time, it gets slightly brighter. Oh my goodness, I swear. Dude, whatever you're drinking, man, you can sell it. Because that is the most dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. I'll listen to him talk. That's why I don't find you on forum sites. I never see these guys ever on forum sites. Because you can't go over on forum sites with that mumbo jumbo. You go on YouTube and try to trick people who don't know. Go to forum site with that nonsense and see what happens. Hey, man, if you don't take that Mickey Mouse nonsense out of here, what the heck? Well, imagine if he popped over at ABS Forums and opened up a site on range gain. I would have been there. I definitely would have been there to watch that fiasco go down. I'd have been definitely there. He never opened one up. I was hoping he would. I was going to go in there and pop in there and see exactly if he can back this up because I was curious if this possibly can be done. All right, let me see. We got our panels right there. Panels are right there. Look at that. Calling my name like, come on, Ken. Hurry up, get this done. We got things to do. I'm getting there. Chill out. Right there. Okay, let me see. Got it. You got it. You got to answer those questions. Customers are going to ask you all kinds of questions. And testing is very important because you've already did it already. That's why he keeps you on camera talking about testing. And everybody want to get mad about us when we ask for testing. Well, you know what? You hurt yourself because you can't sell a product that you don't know anything about. Now, you think about all the people who went out and bought his product. Not the other one. Only one person bought that stuff, and he couldn't even tell me what range gain was. He turned around and basically blocked his comment section because people were asking him along with us. We were asking him too. But the other one is sold to people all that gray house paint. So where is he at right now? Well, like I said, you can only get away with something for so long after it burns out. If you don't know how to make anything new, if you haven't, testing teaches you a lot of stuff. You learn a lot of stuff through testing. Testing educates you to learn new things. A lot of the inventions that were made today happened by accident because somebody was in there testing and something didn't go right and go, oh, that's an interesting reaction. Let's go in this direction. And then boom, got something. That's what you get out of testing. Sometimes in mistakes, you end up with making amazing discoveries. But if you don't take the time to go out and do the testing to begin with, and you cut corners, you cheat yourself at the long run. And after a while, you don't learn anything because you're still doing that whole cheating nonsense to the point where, excuse me, you fizzle out, you burn out. And that's what they did. He burnt out. All right, let me see. Customizations is 1610. So 1610 is 127, 129. There's a couple other ones, but the screens I built 129. So I was curious, it's on my projector light. 1610. And then the Christie LW505s, venue projectors will tell you. If you go over on your projector and it says 1610, it just says 1610. And the venue is different. They have different menus. And the venue menus will tell you what it means. That projector over there will tell you what it means on the menu. That projector over there has 10 different versions of Keystone on it. 10. Which means I can customize every little corner. It fits perfectly with that thing over there. They have picture-in-picture mode, which projectors used to have but don't do anymore. But yeah, you can watch 2 pictures at the same time. Sony's have that. Sony VPL FA30, 31, and 36s have dual screen mode. Only problem is you can't do it within the menu of the projector. You literally have to have the remote control, which is a freaking pain in the neck to track one of those things down. I was lucky because I got one with mine. Some of the options you have, you can only operate through remote control. If you look at the Sonys, all the Sonys look exactly the same. FA30, FA31, FA36, but they're different. The black one, which is the FH36, is 5200 lumens. It has something called edge bleeding, or edge blending, every way you want to call it. So instead of you getting on a computer and doing all this tons and tons of programming to get the screens to mend together, this has a one-button application, which means you just have to connect them both together through VGA or however you're going to hook it up to the back, and they both together, just like that. The only problem with that particular projector is extremely hard to find because of that option, and they're very expensive if you do get one. I was lucky to get one for $300. I never found another one after that. The FH31. The FH31 has portrait mode, which means you can take the projector and you can lean it up on its side and it will pick up in portrait, automatically converting it over. Now you see me do it over here, but the only reason why I can do it over here because it has to be running through a computer, because the computer will allow me to go in and manipulate the display and put it in portrait mode, which allows me to do it on that projector. But if you have like Sony or Xbox or any one of those games and you want to do portrait on there, you have to have a projector that gives you that capability, and the FA31 can do that automatically from the door. And then you have the FA30. Mind you, the FA30 and FA31 both are 4200 lumens or 4300 lumens. The only difference is one has the portrait mode and one doesn't. The FA30 doesn't have portrait mode. It doesn't have blending capabilities. It just has dual screen. They all have dual screen, but that's the only one that doesn't have a perk. This is a normal projector. The other ones do. Christie projectors. You have the LX400. You have the LW400. The LX and L400 look exactly alike. The only difference is one is an SVGA, one is a WXGA. They're both 40, I think 42, no, 4,000 lumens. They're both 4,000 lumens. They both come with lens shift. If you see them, some have bridges. The bridge is basically on your projector, which is fired up right now. Some have this bridge that comes across it. That's a standard throw lens. That's what you have. When you have a bridge, it's standard throw lens. When you have no bridge, that means it's a zoom lens. That's what that is, a zoom lens. That's why at 13 feet, it can only pick up an image that small because it's a zoom lens. I'd have to push that thing all the way back in order to fill that up at 100 inches to be able to fill that up. I'll show you in a demonstration. That projector over there, that projector, when I push it back, has a bigger screen size than this one because that has a standard lens and that has a zoom lens. That's the one you use for doing a movie theater setup. But we'll do that tomorrow. I'll show you that side by side. Right, those lenses right there are refined. They're much more refined, more detailed, but they throw your image way back. They're used for distant throws. More like for movie theater setups and stuff like that. But see, they explain this stuff to you. No, they don't. Because you use the same projector over and over again. You have to have multiple projectors. You can learn from the equipment. There's multiple machines on your display. Customized 1610. 1610. There's also a 15:9. Did you know that? Aspect ratio. Yeah. NECs have them. NECs have 15:9s on them. What's a 15:9 for? I have no idea. Letterbox? They have letterbox on them. I use letterbox under the ceiling. Letterbox and 15:9 does come handy for ceilings. Only problem is when you're doing, your ceilings are shaped weird. So if you're doing 16:9, you get the bars on here and here. You want to fill out the whole ceiling. And it's hard to do it when you're doing that 16:9 because you don't get the whole ceiling. 16:10 is better. The 16:10 does kind of shorten it a little bit on the corners, but it fits better than 16:9. 4.3 doesn't work at all because 4.3 cuts away your image because the images are designed for widescreen. You can't even see it because you have 4.3. That doesn't work well at all. 4.3 just works for old games, and that's pretty much the best way it works with the old movies. But 15:9 and 15:9 in letterbox works perfect. Have you got everything here? And customize screen. Oh, did you put them with frame? Capability. Okay, for the okay. Easy, portable, and assemble frame free with all screens. Easy, portable. Oh man, I butchered the crap out of that. Easy, portable, and assemble screen. Oh, I butchered that one myself. All right, let's just try to back this up. Easy assemble frame comes with each screen. Easy assemble frame comes with each screen. Okay, perfect. Yeah, these screens come with frames. And they're not made out of wood either, just so you know. And this is something we put together. We got our badges and everything on them. But before we get down, mind you, we can't even launch any of this stuff. Any of this new game can't be launched. Because that's why you don't see any addresses on it for, like, Black Series is not going to Black Series. Black Series won't be here anymore. Company change. Everything's changing. When I go on site, this is important. When I go on site, I want my t-shirts, I want my hats, I want my bags, I want everything synced. I want my business cards, everything synced with that one entity, that one company that pushes us. That's what I want. We're going right now to I got somebody coming in who's doing the paperwork, who's transferring my LLCs. That's going in and transferring my EIN numbers, all that stuff, because I got somebody else doing it, because again, I got other stuff to do. So everything is being for one company and one company only. That's how we're doing it. The Crystal Witch site is going to be turned into an information site. As you've seen, so if we're putting on it, it's designed for information. The gunmetal technology will be transferred to the new site over here. We're going to turn the Crystal Witch site into a massive information site. It has been here longer. Matter of fact, the date, I have my dates on my websites, how long they've been here. Crystal Witch has been here for a very long time. I had no idea it was here that long. It's been here for a very, very long time. And it gets a ton of traffic. So we'll probably be advertising for other companies on it too. Because I had a few people ask me if we can advertise on our company, on our pages, maybe build a page for advertising for them, to help other people out. And then with us being on site and meeting other people, we can add them to the page show on top of that. Let me see. All right. So we have, so we have, everything's being changed out. So when you see this technology in the shopping cart, everything will be changed on the site, everything. Even right now, I found I had a free domain name, like for both sites. They come free with the package we had. I didn't even know that. So when I get around to it, I get ready to design the domain name for it. We have a new logo. A new logo, which literally you can put on the side of a building kind of logo. It's going to have a trademark on it. When I said change, I was not joking when I said change. Yesterday when I came on and I said we're changing everything, it was the truth. Everything is being changed. And now you just saw new technology. You saw bits and pieces of it because we were converting the quasar into this technology slowly. And now, when we get done, when I get done with this video, I got to take those panels we have sitting against the desk, and I got to fill out this giant screen that goes from head to head, and the floor is even coated with that technology. And we got to bring in the Xbox Connects unit and wire it into this machine. That's what this machine's being built for. This machine's going to have all that technology, and that's why we spent the money for the high-end motherboard and the graphic card. You think it had something to do with all gaming? No. We need 128 gigabytes of RAM for what this thing has to do. That's why we're building it. But I like steampunk, by the way, so you know what I mean? I got things on my PC, so that's what we did with that one. But for anyone who sat there and said, oh, he's just building it for games. No. That machine controls all of this whole corner in here, which is designed to be fully interactive. So Microsoft's, it's interesting. If you look at the Kinect system, right? The VR Kinect system, right? The VR Kinect system, when you put on VR glasses, the only person that can interact with that thing is the person that's in the glasses, right? But if you notice that when they throw the VRs on, you can actually see what they see inside the screen. Imagine if you could do both. Did it just blow your mind there for a minute? I'm not going to tell you what we're doing, but you'll figure it out. So, the software, if you take the Kinect unit, the Xbox's Kinect unit was pretty advanced to us. Only problem was on the Xbox system, it was nothing that good. But on PC, it's a whole different world. Made by Microsoft means that it's compatible with PC. Now, the first ones that came out worked with Windows 8 and then Windows 7 was 8. But the other version they had was with Windows 10, which we're going to have on this system over here. So, the only problem was that the Kinect had a special adapter on it that only allow you to plug it through an Xbox. Not anymore. Microsoft made a version of it because, again, if you're going to make a piece of hardware, you want to expand it so you can make money off it, continue to make money. So that hardware ported to PC over here where we can use those applications. But again, Microsoft is PC. You know, it's interesting that the Xbox has the ability to claim its PC higher than the PlayStation. Literally, it does. Because when people have PlayStation, we're close to PC. Now, as close as you are to an Xbox, Xbox closer than you are. Xbox is Microsoft. If he made it possible, like seriously, I'm probably pretty sure they run some form OS version of Microsoft on that thing. But if he wanted to, he can have it where it runs Windows 11 on that system. It won't run on yours because you're not compatible with it. But their stuff is because, again, it's Microsoft. You're talking about Bill Gates himself. All right, so let's go over here and let's show you something. Little doo-dah stuff. Doo-dah-doo-da-doo. This is the beautiful thing about having PC. Now, if you try to run the Kinects and use it with your Sony VRs, how would the Kinects benefit you on your VRs? Well, Kinects have tracking capability, which means that you can move your hands and your arms and legs and all that, and it reads all that. Same thing if you were to go into VR chat and you want to run around and do crazy stuff. Well, you can't do that unless you have those tracking systems on your arms and knees and stuff that can read your body movements. Yeah, that cool stuff, right? It can read your facial expression when you open your jaw and go, whoa, it can read all that, right? But you can't do it because you don't have the tracking equipment to do it. You just have basically just your hands, and that's pretty much it. All right, so that's why people buy the tracking gear, so you can be more realistic in games. But anyway, so Sony doesn't have that capability. They have just the VRs. That's all you have. I have Sony VRs, I know. That's all they have. But the Xbox doesn't have VRs, but they have the hardware to allow it to be able to read. Remember, the Kinect's reading system and all that came on Microsoft first before it ever came to Sony. Matter of fact, Sony never had one. Sony had the VR glasses with the little wands. That's pretty much it. But they didn't have what the Xbox had when it came with the Kinects and all that. You didn't have that. Now, y'all guys have the VR glasses. So, Mr. Bird, what are you getting to? Well, let's put it this way. Your system can't run those applications, right? Now, Xbox can't run a Kinect system. They can't run the G2s or any of that. They can't run any of that because they're not VR friendly, right? They get a VR system, they can, but chances are they're not running that stuff either way. They can run the Kinects, which is interesting. If the Xbox did come up with their own VR system, the Kinect system is freaking amazing for body tracking capabilities. Hear me out on this. The ultimate freedom of VR. If you've done VR before, it's really cool, right? But you want full tracking capabilities. You want to be able to do things that you see other people doing. You watch their characters lift their legs up and jump and run and hop and do all this crazy stuff. And you're like, wow, man, how the freak are you doing that? Because your guy can't do any of that whatsoever. Period. They have more body movements and all that stuff, and you don't have any of that. They can dance and twerk and whatever in there, and you'll see it because they got full body tracking. Now, if Microsoft came up with the VR system for their system, they can use this right here called the Kinect unit, and they can do that because the Kinect has an option on it that scans an entire environment and allows you to be able to move your entire body around and use your body as the controller. Also has voice activation technology, which allows you to be able to talk to a machine like Jarvis on Iron Man and get it to do commands to move things, to do things here and there. So programmers got the idea, and Microsoft started it too, with NVIDIA. They're a part of this too. They designed a software that allows connection to be used on a PC. So PC gamers can connect the Kinect unit to it, and they can scan a room with it, and they can use the entire environment. They become the controller, the keyboard and mouse. They get the Iron Man effect, if you know what I mean. That's what they do. We were saying Iron Man is talking to Jarvis, and yeah, they get that. They can do that. And the beautiful thing about it is that I can run the Quest VR glasses right through that system, in your glasses too, and everything else need to run through it. But I chose to do the Kinect 2. Compared to the Sony's, because I was going to get the Sony's at first, but they have a wider field of view. Where if I'm looking straight up, you don't do a 90 degree. Go looking straight up. You're a little about around 80 or something. You don't do 90. 80, 90 degrees is very important. When you're looking up at stuff, you want to be able to see stuff. You want to look all the way down. You want to look from left to right. You want to be able to see all that. Like you're really in VR. You don't kind of pick up too well on that. So that's why I chose to go with them. On top of that, you were requiring a much more heavier graphic card, which was not even necessary. What's the deal with you guys requiring heavier graphic cards? But they didn't require it. A 3050 could run easily the Kinects, the VRs, G2s, any one of those, and even the Quest 2s. So, with that being said, I literally could run VR with a 3050, but that system over there is going to have an RX 76 or 77, which I haven't decided on that one, but it is going to be an overclock, which is going to be an OC XT at DDR6 at 16 gigabytes. It's going to be a monster. That's the card I'm picking. My card is about 11 inches long. It's big. My motherboard is 12. I had to get a full-size ATX to house that thing. Now, one of these boards won't do it. And for that, what that machine has to do, because it's going to be using interactive software, it's going to be using an advanced version of projector mapping applications. It's going to need the motherboard and the RAM to run that stuff. And a graphic card just as powerful. And that graphic card can do 4K. Not compress, actual 4K. So at 120, I got to run 128 gigs of RAM. And not normal gigs of RAM. I'm getting overclock RAM. So my overclock RAM is 5333. That's my overclock RAM. 5333 overclock RAM at 128. It's not for gaming. It's to run the applications, what that thing is needed to run this stuff. The game is just the perks to have fun on it. But technically, that's a work machine I'm building. Yep. Only time you need that kind of power at the end of the day is you're using it for work. That's it. Like I said, average for gaming, you don't need all the half the stuff I got to put on that machine. No. It's if you're a streamer at the end of the day, you're going to have that. You got multiple windows popping up on your machine. You got like 40, 50 windows up there. You're streaming and downloading. You're going to have that. And good internet too. But you're going to have that. If not, your system's going to start dumping your memory. It's going to start dropping windows. Seen it happen on here when I was doing it? Because at the time when I had this PC right here before I upgraded it, it had 8 on it. 8 gigabytes. And it was dropping stuff left and right. It wouldn't even open up my programs from my mapping capability. It wouldn't open it up. Not enough memory. So yeah, it's the only time you see it. That's why we're building it, because we need it to run all this. So see this right here? That right there is going to be an interesting corner. Those two big screens allow us to be able to drag and drop images, blend images together. We're going to turn this whole section to a little virtual world. And that floor right there is going to be coated with that technology too. Put all my VR glasses in there and all my equipment all in there and just turn this whole section to a whole VR. And this thing right here is going to hook right over here. We're going to put this nice cloud system that's going to wrap all the way around here and have it connect in there like it's feeding into the cloud. So the lights are going to connect here, and they're going to connect from there into the screen. So like it's actually reading off the cloud. Yeah, that's what we're building. And all that is wrapped around the technology that you're looking at right now in the thumbnail. That's what's involved in all of that. And that technology is involved in expos and all the technology I just told you about a few minutes ago. It's involved in all of that. I told you change was coming. So when I sat there and said that we're not dealing with customers anymore, we are dealing with customers. Come on, please. Many people let me razz you all day long. Of course we're dealing with customers. I deal with customers every single day. We're going to cut off an entire customer base. That'd be virtually impossible. We could do both. I got to bring people on board. This is where we have to hire people. That's why I got an EIN number. If I got to hire people, I got to bring them on board. We have one section that deals with companies, another section deals with customers. I'm going to get customers regardless. When we do expos and shows, those are all customers. We got people who come in, and these are everyday customers. We got showrooms coming up in the summer where people can come in, everyday people off the street, and look at the technology. Those are everyday individual customers. This area right here, on the other hand, is not designed for that. This area is designed for business, for people to come in and do business with contracts. But the showroom is designed for everybody. They can come in, check it out, see what it's like. Going to an area where they can paint screens in, show how easy to apply, how easy to set screens up, stuff like that, how to build their own home theater system. It's going to have all that stuff in there to educate people. There you go. Now you see the vision. The vision is to do away with this traditional nonsense of telling you that you buy a projector, you're stuck in dark environments, you got to calibrate, you got to spend the money for expensive machine. The more money you spend on the projector, the better it works. That is bull crap. You know it. You know it's bull crap. So, with that being said, I got to leave from here and I got to get to work and I got to start on this. We got to finish this off later on. So, got to go, people. Hope you enjoyed. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior for blessing us with all this technology. Because if it weren't for Him, we wouldn't even exist. Got to go, and God bless.